What's going on, everyone? Burbank Aviation here, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the May 2025 Windsor Locks International Airport update. We got a very exciting airport update here with new routes starting, lots of frequency changes, and all sorts of stuff to go over here in today's video. Really hope you guys enjoy the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really help me out. And anyways, let's just get started. We're going to start down over here in Gate 1 with the Spirit A320neo. This guy's going to be heading on over to Fort Lauderdale after arriving from Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is a one daily service, but you get a second daily flight on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Fort Lauderdale is a 4 weekly service flying Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Here, pushing back out of Gate 3, you got this JetBlue A320 in the new mint colors. This guy's been heading on over to Fort Lauderdale after arriving in from Orlando. Both those services are 2 daily. Fort Lauderdale just has a slight dip on Tuesday and Wednesday down to 1 daily. But outside of that, 2 very nice services right there. You got another JetBlue A320 here in the Bark Hotel in Gate 6. This guy's been heading on over to Fort Myers after arriving in from JFK. JFK, our new service here that started on April 30th. Both the services are 1 daily, so great to see that there for JetBlue. You also have Tampa running at a 1 daily, West Palm Beach running at an 8 weekly, so 1 daily with a second daily flight on Sundays, and then San Juan at a 2 weekly as well. So great to see all these JetBlue services here out of Windsor Locks. Got this Frontier A320neo in the popular Prairie Dog livery. This guy's going to be heading on over to Orlando after arriving in from Atlanta. Orlando is a 5 weekly flying every day except Tuesday and Wednesday, while Atlanta is a 3 weekly flying on Sunday, Thursday, and Saturday. You have San Juan as well flying a 4 weekly on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. So great to see that there for Frontier. Got the Delta 717 right here. This guy is going to be heading on over to Detroit on the turn-on service. Detroit is a 4 daily, getting 3 717s and an A320, and then you lose one of those 717s on Saturday. But still great to see that there for Detroit. Got the Delta A320 right here. This guy's been heading on over to Atlanta on the turn-around service. Atlanta getting anywhere from kind of 6 to 7 daily of these A320s. Goes down to 5 on Saturday, but still very cool to see all A320 operated this month. Now getting over here to the back side of the terminal, you got this Delta A321. This guy's going to be heading on over to Minneapolis on the turnaround service. That is a 3 daily, 1 A319, 1 A320, 1 A321. Goes down to 2 daily on the weekends, losing that A319 flight, but still super cool to see this daily A321. Got the Southwest 737-800 Heartland livery split scimitars. This guy's been heading on over to Baltimore after arriving in from Chicago Midway. Baltimore is a 5 daily going down to 4 daily on Sunday. Chicago Midway is a 2 daily going down to 1 daily on Saturdays. Taxiing here to, it'd be Gate 4. You got the Southwest 737-700 Heartland livery winglets. This guy is just arriving in from Tampa. He's going to be continuing on over to Orlando. Tampa's a 1 daily going up to 2 daily on Saturday. But Orlando is a 2 daily, going down to 1 daily on Sundays, but up to 3 daily on Saturdays. So super cool to see that right there. And then finally here for the first kind of concourse, you got the Southwest 77 MAX 8. This guy's going to be heading on over to Nashville after arriving in from Denver. Both those services are 1 daily. And then you still have the Fort Lauderdale service running as a Saturday only. So cool to see that right there. Got the United 737-800 right here. This guy is going to be heading on over to Denver on the turnaround service. That is a 2 daily 737-800. It's great to see this double daily service on over to Denver on the 737. Got the United A319 right here. This guy's going to be heading on over to, we'll say Washington Dulles. Dulles is a 4 daily, seeing a mix of the Republic and May Stevenson 5, the A319 and the 737-700, and then you do get a Comair E145 and on Saturdays. Right here you got this Piedmont Heritage Livery A321 for American. This guy's going to be heading on over to Charlotte on the turnaround service. Charlotte is a 6 daily, getting 2 A320s, one A321, 3 737-800s. And then on Saturdays, you lose one of the A320 flights, one A321 flight, and then one 737 flight. Speaking of the 737, you got this one right here with the logo on the winglets. This guy's been heading on over to Chicago O'Hare after arriving in from Dallas-Fort Worth. Chicago O'Hare's a 4-day lead, getting 2 Envoy E175s, an A319, and a 737-800. On Sundays, you lose that A319 flight, but still very consistent there. And then Dallas-Fort Worth is just a solid 3-day lead, 737-800. Currently pushing back here out of gate 29. You got this American A319 with the sharklets. This guy's gonna be heading on over to Washington Reagan on the turnaround service. You get right around 3 of these a day. You mainly see the PSA CRJ-700 Envoy E175 here, along with a good variety of this A319 coming in. So great to see that right there. We're just going to hit this Breeze A220-300 real quick while we're over here. This guy's currently taxiing us to the runway for the flight on over to, say, Raleigh-Durham after arriving in from Jacksonville. Raleigh-Durham is a 6-weekly flying every day except Tuesday. Jacksonville is a 3-weekly flying on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You got 2 American Airlines aircraft left here. We're going to start with that E145, which I know is quite backlit. He's going to be heading on over to, if it would focus, American E145. This guy's going to be heading on over to Philadelphia on the turnaround service. Philadelphia is a 4-day lead, getting 2 of these Piedmont E145s, a PSA CRJ-900, and an A319. So very, very cool to see that right there. And then finally here from American, you got this 737-800. This guy's going to be doing the turnaround service on over to Miami. He's flown in for a MAX 8 today, as that is what we are getting for this month on the Miami mainline flight, 1 daily. So super cool to see that right there. Got the Breeze E195. This guy is going to be heading on over to Charleston on the turnaround service. Charleston a 5-weekly. This E195 gets it on Monday and Friday. The A220 comes in on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So just 2 of these E195s a week. I'm trying to put them in for as long as possible before they do end up going out of service, but still nice to have them while they are still here. Breeze A220 -300. This guy is going to be heading on over to Fort Myers after arriving in from Norfolk. Fort Myers is a 5-weekly, flying every day except Sunday and Thursday, while Norfolk is a 6-weekly, flying every day except Tuesday. And finally, to finish it off here, we got this United 737-700. This guy's been heading on over to Chicago O'Hare on the turn-on service. Chicago O'Hare is anywhere from kind of a 3 to 4 daily service right there, seeing a mix of the Skywest E175, A320, 737-700, and 737-800. Getting one of these -700s in every day, so very, very cool to see that right there for United. Alright, so we do have a good amount of news to go over here. We're going to start with Avilo. They are now parking in kind of the international gate. There is obviously international airlines that do park in the main concourses out here. Air Canada used to when they were flying, and then obviously Aer Lingus. But there is a kind of really remote gate away from all these concourses, which they are now parking at, as all these services left are international flights. So that definitely sucks, but still nice to have them around. Delta, the Detroit flight is getting a, or the Detroit service is getting a extra daily flight, and then Minneapolis is getting an additional 5 weekly flights. So great to see that increase there for Delta. United, that Denver service, that A320 flight is now on the 737-800. So great to see that increase right there. And then American, you have Chicago O'Hare up to a 4 daily from a 3 daily, and then Miami down to a 1 daily from 2 daily. So kind of just switching one of those daily flights over from O'Hare to Miami. Frontier over here, you got the Atlanta service up to a 3 weekly from a 2 weekly. San Juan is down to a 4 weekly from a 5 weekly, and then Orlando is down to a 5 weekly from a 7 weekly. Spirit here with a little bit of news. Fort Lauderdale is up to a 4 weekly from a 3 weekly, and then Myrtle Beach up to a 9 weekly from a 7 weekly. So great to see that increase right there. Another 3 weekly flights here for Spirit. JetBlue, quite a bit of news here, pretty much all of it being bad outside of the fact that JFK, that service began on April 30th as a 1 daily. Orlando is down to a 2 daily from a 4 daily. Tampa down to a 1 daily from a 2 daily. West Palm Beach down to a 1 daily from a 3 daily. And Fort Myers down to a 1 daily from a 2 daily. And then we're going to kind of finish it off over here with Breeze. Charleston now a 5 weekly down from a 6 weekly. Vero Beach to a 2 weekly down from a 4 weekly. Richmond to a 5 weekly up from a 4 weekly. So great to see that increase right there. Fort Myers to a 5 weekly down from a 6 weekly. Sarasota a 2 weekly down from a 4 weekly. Tampa to a 2 weekly down from a 3 weekly. Phoenix to a 2 weekly down from a 3 weekly. You have both Orlando and Columbus up to a 2 weekly from a 1 weekly. Cincinnati up to a 3 weekly from a 1 weekly. And then in Grainsville, service is up to a 2 weekly from a 1 weekly as well. So some increases there for Breeze, some decreases. Pretty balanced. I'd say really the only big drop we had was for JetBlue this month. But I do expect that to go up with the summer months kicking around next month. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Really it's been a kind of roller coaster these past, I'd say, about a month or so. Really just trying to push through till school gets out, which is very soon, within a couple weeks. And then after that, I will just be able to grind this channel, really kind of get a lot of videos out of you guys. Lots to look forward to this summer. I'm going to have a video on that probably in about 3 weeks. I'd say 3 to 4 weeks, sometime mid-June, about the plan for the summer, because there is a lot going on. Lots to go over, so really looking forward to going over that with you guys. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, though. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helped me out, and I'll see you all in the next one.